So here we go. There's going to be the usual lag, of course. And then we'll get this quarter-final underway for you.
Jeffrey won the lag.
Yeah, Ignacio wins the lag, Dave.
Well, yesterday he had a hill battle with Jonas Suter, but since then it's not been pushed as hard. That may change tonight. Let's see. Wrap one.
Well, that's a real good sign for Ignacio. He's got to look at the 2. The 3? Well, it's laying on the right-hand side of the table here. He's going to have a big stretch, I think, to get to this 2 if he wants to take it on. But he can get to it, I believe. Just laying in that type of position where I think he's got to be aggressive. Oh, and he can reach it quite well, actually. He can dig into this ball. Made it look very easy. I believe the 4 passes the green, 6 in the top right. And if it does pass, Dave, this is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think you'd want anything more than this to start off.
Yeah, it could be a real settler, couldn't it? As I say, this afternoon he was on table 1, but this is a bit of a step up. The majority of the crowd around this table.
And that could pose a problem. If this is close, meaning tight to the pocket, he'd like to have been a lot more straight in. Now he's got to do something with the cue ball. That's why he kind of looked up in the air. Well, this is interesting. Does the 5 play to the top right? He's acting like it does. Can't imagine him playing the cue ball where it is if it didn't.
Well, as we've been saying, the great Efren Reyes is in the building today, and there are several very promising players from the Philippines looking to go some way to emulating some of his achievements, including the man at the table here, who's made a great start here. Can't argue with that. Break and run in the opening rack of this quarter-final. Jeffrey Ignacio off to the perfect start.
Yeah, Dave, and maybe we gave a little too much credit, or at least myself, to Eklent, but Ignacio just steadily going through the field. There's a reason he's here. That break tells us everything, and there's a look. Elf 11-4 versus Al-Kaidi, 11-7 versus Gonzalez. Beat Sudo. Hill 11-10. I beat De Leon and Copigny. Copigny 9-8, but he lost that one 9-8 in round 1.
Yes, they went over to the loser's side and of course had to win those 2 matches. And Eklent, this is how he's got through. Of course, he won through the first 2 rounds. No one's got close to him, have they? You look at that. I mean, every round really, certainly on paper in terms of the score, has been pretty one-sided. He would, I'm sure, not just expect that to continue, but it's not really expended a lot of mental energy.
Yeah, and you just take a look at him there in the chair, and that's just how he is. He's stoic, to say the least, and just steadily running people over.
Yeah. The second rack. Jeffrey Ignacio the break, leading 1-0.
And is this the first look at Eklent Kachi. Dave, I was told, I believe, that he run 5 racks out of the gate in his last match. He's capable. His break, well, it's earth-shattering. A little bit of a tester here. It looks kind of straightforward. He's got a pretty good pocket for the blue 2 in the lower left, but wants to get out here to the center. Maybe a touch of outside with a low ball. Oh, he's lost it there. Very fortunate to run into the green 6. He caught the 1 way too thin. So pretty good roll right there for Kachi.
Yeah, all part of it. Take it while it's there.
The extension, please.
Yeah, it's cool for the time extension. Remember, it's a 30-second shot clock. They can have 1 extension per player per rack.
Wow, that was a mishit too. And you notice he took his extension. You wonder if he's really having a hard time calming that heart rate down. 2 pretty big mishits. Obviously got the 1 down clean, but the 2, I don't think he played it that wide.
Yeah, maybe the only downside of having won all those matches come to be that we saw is that he hasn't this week had to deal with any pressure situations. The heat hasn't really come on. But he's probably going to come on tonight. Certainly, even the environment have been out there in the middle on the main table. So, for the first time this week, you know, he's going to feel it maybe. Just looking to settle by winning his first rack.
Yeah, it's a really good point, actually. Not a lot of TV time this week. Kind of able to just sail through. He's obviously played great. How does he respond out here under the lights? Typically, he responds really well. Wants to be right there where he just put his Q-tip. I don't know if he has to go forward or if he can just pinch back. Looks like he can just come back. That'll be all right. Looks like he's going to draw out 1 rail. He might be able to hold, actually. With the buzzer in the background, steady as can be. We are playing with a 30-second shot clock. They do have 1 extension per game. Oh, he's come all the way back here. Don't quite understand that play. Is he going cross-eyed? Thought he had more angle than that on the 8. Must have caught it fuller than he meant. Or maybe he meant to come all the way back. Going cross-side here, Dave.
And He's got it.
Second.
He really focused hard on that last shot. So Eklent does level up. He's on the scoreboard. You can see the winning 9 here. So game on, 1 apiece. Let's hear from both players ahead of this match.
It feels pretty good to be in the quarterfinals of the World Championship, and this is one of the biggest events we ever had. I'm happy to be in and still going.
I feel so happy and so much pressure, but it's really great feeling because this is my first time to reach in the quarterfinals in the World 9-ball Championship.
I've been playing pretty good. Even my last match I played very good. The break did work well, made a couple of good jump shots to win a couple of tough wrecks, and yeah, opponent didn't really have too many chances, and then when he had some, he didn't really feel right.
The last match I just get some luck, and then my opponent doesn't get any good chance, so I break good, get a lot of chances, so play good.
I know him as a player, but I think I never played him, and yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to play my game. I don't really care who I'm playing.
I played him before, but one time only in Chinese 8-ball. That was 5 years ago. That's the first time I met him in the tournament. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's really great.
I've won 2 times the World 10-ball championships. It's not for me the first time, but yeah, it is first time for 9-ball if I win. But to be honest, I'm not really thinking about the trophy right now. I'm just thinking step by step, win this quarterfinals, and then think for the final day.
Of course, it means a lot because I'm praying for this title, this event. So I don't know what happened, what my reaction after this. So I'm just keep focusing, keep praying. Yeah, focus on the table.
Focus on the table. It's a good idea, isn't it? It's whether you can shut out everything around the table. I think Kachi put it best. It's the biggest pool event we've ever had. So that speaks for itself. It's 1 each.
Here we're going to get a good look at probably the most powerful cut break in the industry. How did he do? He's got a shot on the blue 2 to the lower left. He's on the rail with the cue ball. Probably end up elevating and coming one rail back over. He's got the 3 in the top left. He could take the long shot. Really liked the interview about Kachi there. Just seems so nonchalant, not too concerned about who he's dealing with or who he's playing. Doesn't think about the money, and you really get a sense that he just wants to play pool. And so he is elevating. He's going to come back over 1-2 below the right middle. Not easy here. Oh, so clean and so close to his work.
He reached the semi-finals back in 2017. Roland Garcia beat him 11-6.
Yeah, he just wants to maintain an angle here to get down for the green 6. Most likely playing it in the lower right. A lot of these elite players will use this second rail with an inside ball. Kind of easier to control the speed, but he's reaching, so he might just come straight back like this. A little bit short here. Doesn't want to have to deal with the 9 when getting on the 7. So if he can, he'd like to hold the cue ball.
The extension, please.
Extension called. It's pretty good. He needs it to settle. Yeah, he's going to be able to work with this for certain, Dave. If he got a little bit further, he might have had to contest with the 9. He can draw this back. No problem.
Yeah, what I took from his interview is he's not getting overexcited. You know, the job is far from done. He's in the quarterfinals. So still a long way to go. No point getting ahead of yourself.
He's lost the pace there. Caught it a little thinner than he wanted. Nice rub on the 9.
Yeah, his heart was in his mouth here, wasn't it? Quite sure what sort of touch he would get.
Yeah, he just caught it thinner than he wanted. He wanted to catch it heavier.
All's well that ends well, though, in rack 3 for Eklent Kachi. Both players looking to reach the semi-finals of the World Championship, and in the early stages, it's Kachi leading 2-1. Welcome back to Jeddah, quarter-finals night here at the World Pool Championship. 2-1, Eklent Kachi leads Jeffrey Ignacio. And on table 1, Johan Schur is 2-1 up against Dang Jin Hu. Kachi then, with the break, he's won the last 2 racks.
It was a little quick backswing. Possibly a mishit there. Didn't look bad. I don't know what took place. Good news for Kachi. Nothing direct for Ignacio. Trying to come 2 rails tight behind this. Oh, wow, what a clean strike. And there's a good look. You can't see all the one. Definitely can see the top side of it. This is touchy, especially he's trying to just nudge behind the purple.
Extension, please.
You don't see that head shake too often. kind of guessing there with that distance, Dave. Didn't exactly know how it was going to react. There's a good look. Using the outside of the pocket.
That year that Kachi got to the semis 2017, that was Ignacio's best year as well, last 16, so he's already set a personal best for the World Championship. Developed this 4 as well, so it's looking like a promising opening now.
Yeah, maybe the 4 to the 5. He'd like to get straight on the 5, so he needs an angle on the 4. Want to be over more. It's a little touchy when you're going forward on this new cloth off the long rail. Cue ball tends to want to kill or bend. Oh, he had the long angle. This is okay. I don't really know if he can avoid the 7. Might want to bump the 7 up in front of the right middle. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think he can hold without touching it. And now he's a little bit hampered by the 7. Thought he might use an outside ball and just nudge the 7 upwards. That way he knew he could carry an angle on the 6. Should be okay here. Yeah, I don't think that was intentional. This could prove to be a massive miss for Ignacio. Caught it just a fraction too thick. These tables had plenty of play so far this week, holding up a little bit more than on day 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I mean, as it set off, it didn't look in. Just wondered if it might just drop, but no. Certainly Ignacio's not come out with the sort of vim and vigour that he did against Al-Qaidi this afternoon on table 1. So a bit of a gift for Eklent Kachi. Yeah, all presents gratefully received. Ignacio left that 7 in the jaws and Kachi did the rest.
Yeah, Dave, and I feel like it all kind of started with what I touched on with the purple 5. If he goes up into the 7 with just a nice medium pace, he knows he's going to carry an angle on the 6. Instead, he tried to hold the cue ball got himself in a little bit of trouble, and that's where the miss came in.
Now on table 1, Johan Chua with the 9 for a 4-1 lead against Dang Jinhu. And in it goes. So a great start for another Filipino pool player there. Johan Chua 4, Dang Jinhu 1. These matches, of course, races to 11. Nice to see a good crowd in as well. Just adding to the atmosphere for these players. Been a good atmosphere all week. Of course, we've had all the other tables going on, but they've gone now. Just 3 left. One of them's hosting the junior final, and of course the first 2 quarterfinals underway here. Fedor Gus, by the way, against Anton Raga will be the next TV match following this one.
Yeah, last rack. Kachi come up dry. See if he makes the adjustment. Well, this doesn't look promising. Nothing. Again. You rarely say that.
Can you have what?
With this man breaking.
Sorry? Hello? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so there it looked to me like he caught it a bit thin. The 1, not even close to going in the middle.
Push out called. Eklent, your choice.
Evaluating. Yeah, I just don't know exactly where he can go from here. Can he bring the 1 back down? This is tricky.
Jeffrey, please play again.
Yeah, he's going to return this to Ignacio. I can see why. Well, he had a plan all along. I guess Kachi didn't think of that. Wow. I mean, he cut the paint off of that 1 ball.
Yeah, he had to catch it so thin. He almost missed it altogether, but in it goes.
Yeah, he got a decent little rub with the 8. I thought it was going to lock the 6 up. Back and forth towards the center for the pink up in the top right. Does he want to dig into this? Yeah, that's pretty good. Ignacio seems like he slowed his pace down just a fraction. Probably had something to do with him missing that 7 ball. Telling himself, hey, I need to really make sure I'm committed. Rarely see him get to the end of the shot clock. Just needs to make sure he stays well below this 7.
I thought his interview was interesting actually after the win over Arcady. He said, oh well, you know, my opponent struggled a bit and I had a bit of luck. You know, he wasn't bigging himself up, was he? He was actually doing the opposite. He was playing it down, which is not the worst way to be. Rather than sort of coming out and announcing how well you're playing, just do your talking on the table.
Yeah, he's always been fairly quiet. Extremely nice young man. Actually pretty fun to be around. Ooh, a little decel there with the bridge.
So he played the push out. Catchy handed the shot back. He clipped in that thin one and he's taken them out. Terrific rack from Jeffrey Ignacio.
Wins T-Rack.
To close to 3-2. So it's been instant packs already, hasn't it, this match? We've only had 5 racks. Plenty happening. Now, we just heard a little burst of applause on table 1. And this was it here. Johan Chua. Oh, that'll do it. That's for 5-1.
Yeah, and you've got to think that he was playing that. Knew he was going into the 9 all along if he hits it correctly.
Yeah, so he's opened up quite a gap. Remember, race, of course, to 11. The respective winners will play each other in the first semi-final tomorrow. Yeah, as I say, it's nice to see the people here. They've been out in the fan zone as well, which is a massive thing outside. I can recommend the ice cream, but you've got to eat it quick because it melts quick. Also, they got the referee here setting them up. Jason Ferguson there in the middle. He's the chairman of the World Professional Billiards and Snooker Association. Just having a look at a different cue sport here.
Yeah, a real fine gentleman. I got to talk to him for around 10-15 minutes. Got to know him quite well. And a little bit more about your sport, Dave.
Yeah, well, of course, snooker's been in Riyadh this year at the World Masters, and there'll be a ranking event actually in Riyadh in September.
Yeah, seems like a very good man. No wonder snooker doing so well with the help of Matchroom.
Jeffrey Ignacio the break. Trailing by 3 racks.
Well, in game number 1, the first break we saw from Ignacio was great. I don't know if something has changed. Both players struggling to get a ball down.
Well, that speaks for itself, doesn't it? 4 dry breaks in 6 racks.
Yeah, and they both opened up, making balls. Typically, when the break goes awry, everything starts to get a little funny. Let's see if Kachi can execute this out. Yeah, nicely hit. Two to the 3, 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5. I don't see any problems here. And that little look he's got, that's probably the worst angle he could have got from there. just because it's on a line where he's drawing back kind of towards the right long rail and the middle pocket, he will be okay. And he just drew it just before that right middle. He'd like to be on the angle where he can just come straight up one rail towards the purple. I think he's got to elevate a little, and he is. Well, he's overamped this just a hair. Yeah, so now Dave looking to come over to the short side, playing the 6 in the lower left.
The extension, please.
Yeah, he's called his extension. Wants to make sure of where he wants to be here. Like to have fallen straight on that purple 5. Not clean. That's much better. He's definitely back in line, Dave.
Yeah, and he's really, you can see the intensity. He's really focusing hard now. Just the odd positional shot has just gone slightly astray, but he's recovered. Determined to put these 2 away and get that 2-rack lead at the next break. As we've been saying, he's not been pressed really so far this week. This match is a little different in the early stages, but it looks like Kachi is going to have the advantage. Yeah, real steely effort that from Eklent Kachi to get a 2-rack advantage as we go to the next break. 4-2. Remember, this is a race to 11 to reach the semi-finals of the World Championship.
I don't need to wear a crown to know that I'm the one, 'cause I can do things for you. I've never been wrong. Just turn it on. Just turn it on. Start out the lights. Now watch me set it off. Just turn it on.
Now this is the final of the Saudi Junior Championship. It's Ivan Rudenko and Felix Vogel. 3-2 to Vogel. Rudenko at the table. He's representing Ukraine, Vogel Germany. And there's the combo to make it 3-3. This is a race to 9. It's a terrific idea to have this event. Of course, we saw AJ Manis, who won the Hanoi Junior Open last year. He was in the main draw here. He had a couple of great wins. So watch out for these youngsters, because in a few years' time, they could be threatening some of the big boys.
Yeah,
The 7th
AJ
rack.
Manis.
Eklent Kachi to break, leading the match by 4 racks to 2.
He already deserves to be on the tour. 17 years old, I believe he is. Plays at the highest level.
Eklent then leads 4-2 this race to 11 in the quarterfinals. By the way, it's 7-1 Johan Chua in the other match.
Well, look at where he's placed the cue ball. The adjustment has been made. The cue ball is finished at the bottom rail. Flicked off the 9. And this will most likely be what we call a push-out.
Call.
Where the player at the table has the option to push the cue ball anywhere he wants at any time. The opponent has the option to take it where it lies or give it back. Well, Dave, he better be careful leaving it over there. That last one ball that Ignacio cut makes this look like Disneyland. He must have heard me.
Your choice, Jeffrey.
You can't imagine that he pushed it to where this ball is makeable. It's got to be close. He could just play to overcut it and come down.
Meanwhile, it's now 8-1 Johan Chua against Dang Jinhu. So completely one-sided on table 1.
Extension, please.
Is he looking to two-rail this ball around? Try and hold the cue ball? You could use a high cue ball, but he's going to the low end. Is he trying to kill it and bank the one back down table? Down to 10 seconds. Oh, this is really good from there. Cue ball finished great. Ignacio can see the one. Hard to do much better, though. Most likely going to call his extension. Yeah, you get the feeling he could have taken a little bit more time there. He had an extension. Got rushed by the beeps. One big shot here. Kachi off to the races. Very steely under the pressure, Dave.
Yes, and now he's got his nose in front. Of course, the danger is he's settled and he might just start to maybe dominate. We'll see. Quite an imposing figure, isn't he, at the table, Eklent.
towers in at 6'5". Gets over the ball like he's 5'4". And I have to go with Jeremy Jones. I think we're looking at one of our finalists. I really do. He just handles the pressure so well.
Yeah, to an extent, you have to welcome the pressure, don't you? Because you know that that is part and parcel of these big tournaments, these big matches, certainly at the business end. And got to try and just soak it up, play your game. That's what sorts really the really good players out from the rest, being able to do it when that pressure comes down.
Yeah, and his interview tells us a lot, like you mentioned. Just doesn't seem like he's going to let any outside entities get to him.
Yeah, it's important just to take each rack of each match at a time. Don't start spending the $250,000 yet until it's in your hand. And I thought he was very realistic the way he spoke. So this passage of play certainly favouring him. And if he can get the break working, which he hasn't quite yet tonight, he's going to be hard to stop. Of course, he'll have it in the next rack. He leads 5-2.
Yeah, and what I like, though, something SVB didn't do for almost 2 days, Kachi moving the cue ball around. So he's willing to experiment on the job.
Now then, Johan Schur, 8-1 already, and has the 9 to make it 9-1. Just 2 away from the semis. There's the 8 going down. So just completely dominant over on table 1. It's very hard to read how these matches are going to go, but Johan Schur has got on a real roll there, 9-1. And he is 2 away from a meeting with either Kachi or Ignacio. So like I say, if Kachi can just slightly improve on the break, it's going to be hard to stop, because obviously winner breaks.
And Marcel really looking at the balls, and he's so good at what he does, in my opinion, the best referee on the planet in American pool. He knows that maybe something's going on with the rack. Gonna make sure it's as good as it gets.
Yeah, he's very meticulous. Marcel in pool and
The 8th
snooker,
rack.
he's at the top
Catch the break.
in both sports. Here we
Leading
go then,
5-2.
5-2.
Oh, look at the pace. He's picked up a lot more pace on that break. Not a lot, but he's picked up the pace. He actually moved the cue ball a little further outside as well. The 1 fired into the middle. He's got another ball down. Actually, just the 1 down. He's got to look at the 2. He could wedge him up under the 3 here. Or does he play the 2-way with the bank? kind of the beauty of the WNT. Racking the two random, even if you get the one down, it guarantees no position on the next ball. Well, he's got him under the 3. And this is very difficult from where he's at. I wonder if Jeffrey understands he's got an extension. Well, he didn't want to waste it.
Extension, please.
Yeah, if he's trying to catch the bottom side of this too, this hit could be close.
Foul.
Oh, and immediately
Illegal
Marcel
contact.
calling illegal
Calling.
contact.
Yes, he was in the perfect position.
And please
as
touch
you'd
shot
expect to see it. Just while he looks at this, I can tell you Felix Vogel's gone 6-3 up in that junior final, race to 9.
And I can tell you, Jeffrey's really slowed his pace around the table down. He's typically a pretty quick player. Obviously, a lot on the line. Just want to keep doing what got you here. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh, he caught that real thick. Real thick. He's fortunate not to be snookered behind the 8. He's actually fortunate the ball dropped.
The extension, please.
Okay, well, we now know. He knows he has extensions. Yeah, nice recovery. And you can see it in his body language. The tension is real.
So he got ball in hand. That's a big opportunity, but he's had to negotiate couple of little hurdles, but there it is. He's
Ignacio
just stopped the
wins to wreck.
potential runaway from Eklent Catchy. Jeffrey Ignacio reduces the gap to 5-3, and still this could be a very closely fought match. They wouldn't be human if they weren't aware, at least, of the money going up. Of course, they're on $27,000 now, $50,000 for winning this match, so an extra 23. The runner-up in the World Championship gets 100,000. The winner 250. It's worth saying last year the winner got 60,000, so it really has jumped up massively. Total prize under $1 million, the richest 9-ball event we've ever seen. And it's focusing a few minds. It certainly will if you're here tomorrow as one of the last 4. You're already going to be guaranteed, of course, the 50 with the chance to really cash in. And of course, as well, get your name on that Roll of Honour, on that trophy as the last man standing. So that's all adding to the pressure here, as if the game wasn't hard enough.
Very well said. And on top of the 250, what comes after that? Endorsements, berths into other big events. It's definitely a life-changing win.
So it looked like Catchy might just start to run away. That it hasn't happened. Ignacio's been a pretty stubborn character this week, actually. And he's sticking with him. One more rack to come before the next break. It's 9-2 to Yan Chur against Dang Jinhu on, in fact, 9-3 now on table 1. 9-3 to Chur. Dang has won the last 2.
All right, Ignacio staying on the left side of our screen at the break. And the 9's got him slightly eclipsed on the 2, I believe. From this view, it looks like maybe he can see the whole ball. If he can, that changes things. Oh, plenty of room. Yeah, pretty clever just laying it up there. I think you wanted to do a little bit more with the cue ball. Is he going to try to get back here behind these 2 balls down here, the 8?
Extension, please.
And 3? That would be ideal. Might just try to use the 9. It is awkward, because the 2's going to finish over on the right side if that's what he tries to do. Now he's elevating. Yeah, played it 2 rails and tried to draw behind the 9. Ignacio has a look at the 2.
Extension called.
Yeah, kind of torn on whether he was playing that off the 6 or trying to catch the 6 full and use the purple as cover. Neither here nor there. It worked out. really love the idea. Don't believe he got there. He can cut this. Say he's got that shot down.
Certainly nothing wrong with his eyes.
Definitely not going away, Ignacio.
There's no doubt at 5-2 Eklent was in danger of pulling away because he had the break but couldn't quite use it to his advantage. The signs at the moment are that this is going to be hard fought this evening between these two. Ignacio's dug in, kept his cool, doesn't seem to be overawed by the occasion, or at least not yet.
Yeah, and if that gives you any idea of how he's starting to feel, he just snatched that back to the other rail.
They're just trying to control the natural nervousness that will be this evening. But the fact is, this is too close to within one. So these two so far hard to separate as we head into the next break. It's Eklent leading by just one at 5-4, 11 needed for a place in the semis. Now then, on table one, Johan Chua about to get on the hill here at 10-3 against Dang Jinhu. Quarterfinals, of course, of the World Championship. Really dominating is the Filipino over there. So 10-3, one more needed to become our first semi-finalist. A much closer affair on the main table. Eklent leading Jeffrey Ignacio 5-4.
Yeah. And it's rack 10. Jeffrey Ignacio to break, trailing by 5 racks to 4.
Oh, now the one has gone high of the right middle. You don't see it too often, at least this week. Maybe just a fraction full on the hit.
Push out called.
taking his time here, down to 10 seconds with the extension. It's called the push out. He's so controlled, though, under the beeps. A lot of players get antsy, want to get quick. He stays composed. I believe the 1 does pass the 7. Boy, that'll test the blood pressure. Also plays in the left middle. Actually, a pretty cagey push
Eklent,
out
please play again.
by Kachi. He's past it. Problem with the cut in the left middle, you're going the wrong way into the 9. Wow. How's the 7 gonna treat him? Does he have the gap? Well, another look. Came off the top side of the 9
please.
there. I believe he's found the gap as well on the 2. Yes, he has. The gamble paid off.
Doesn't give much away, does he, sort of facially, but there was not a flicker, even a sort of hint of disappointment, so he was on it.
Yeah, typically we're up here looking for some type of a sign from the player. This man, stone-faced. Using a lot of the clock, though. I don't feel like he always does that. Obviously gives us the gravity of the situation. Six ball. In a funny position. Gotta believe he's gonna play the 6 in the top right.
I think he used the extension, didn't he?
Yeah, this is pretty good. Can't get much better. Just go forward here. Might have liked the cue ball off maybe another inch. Pretty good though. Yeah, he's decided to come all the way up, created the angle.
Wow. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I was just about to really brag on him. Caught it to the thin side. Kachi was just leading 5-2. We're 3 balls away from a tie ball game.
Extension called.
Well, obviously they're not going to put everything, but certainly fancied him strongly for the 7. Yeah, it's tense, this match. The one, of course, we saw was one-sided, but this is a different story. And of course, the tension's only going to ratchet up if it's still close in a few racks' time. An unexpected opening for Jeffrey Ignacio to win his 3rd rack in succession. Well, it was a very unexpected miss from Eklent. What a gift for Jeffrey Ignacio. 5-5, and still a long way to go, about halfway through this match. And they're taking some separating. We wondered if Kachi would run away with it. He didn't. Now then, Johan Chua has dominated the match on table 1, and he needs this 9 to become the first semi-finalist at this year's World Championship. Yeah, terrific display from him. Thoroughly dominant. 11-3. He'll play the winner of the match we're enjoying here, but it's going to be a while yet before we find out who it is, I think. Well, it's been eventful, hasn't it? And just the odd, unexpected error contributed. Ignacio, I'm sure, was just expecting to lose that rack, but he was ready when the chance came on the 7. Even though he had to go rail first. Kachi is certainly hard to read in just terms of his outward expression. Not one of these who sort of berates himself too much in the chair, but he must be really annoyed at what happened there.
Yeah, and touching on that, Dave, Kachi still recovering. I know we're all thrilled to have him back. He had an accident last year, June or July. It scared everybody.
The 11th rank.
I think his stamina has suffered a little bit. His ability definitely hasn't, but you've got to wonder. There's a little physical drain going on. Now there's the break. Once again, not finding anything straightforward on the 2. Doesn't get much tighter than this. Does he think he can swerve over into the 3 and use the 9 here? He could clearly... Yeah, and that's what he thinks he can do. Well, that's pretty good, especially with the bridge. Class act, Kachi, giving him credit for that shot. One of my favorite players. There's
Extension,
no
please.
doubt. Taking the extension here, understands the gravity of the position he's put himself in. Down to nothing on the shot clock, going 2 rails. And it's going to finish decent for Ignacio. 5, definitely playable.
Yeah, it just feels the balance of power has shifted in his favour. Of course, the miss on the 7 from Kachi, but even before that, you know, he was 5-2 up, didn't really take advantage. Of course, if Ignacio were to win, we'd be guaranteed a Filipino finalist.
Yeah, and it would be a all-Filipino contingent in the semifinals with Chua and Ignacio. He's starting to look more comfortable.
Yeah, he's been given a bit of space, hasn't he, to play? That's the thing.
You can almost see that he wants to pick the pace up, forcing himself to stay calm and collected. Once he's down on the ball, doesn't take long for him to swing, but the swing is so clean. We are not far away from a new leader in the clubhouse. Does he come short side or hold out in the middle? Oh, he's overcut it. The clubhouse and the new leader might not happen yet.
Yeah, different sort of shot, obviously, but it's that 7 that did for Kachi. And done for Ignacio. This match has got a little bit cagey.
Under the gun. Well done, Kachi.
Yes, so an unexpected gift for him. Looks set to lose 4 racks on the spin, but he salvaged this one. It's going to take a bit of winning this match. They're both under it a bit, but Eklent Kachi delighted to get the chance to lead 6-5. Now then, let's go over to table 1 to hear from our latest winner. He's speaking to Carl.
Johan Chua through to the semi-finals. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Thank you so much, Carl. I'm feeling really well tonight. I played really good in the quarterfinal match against Dang Jinghu. I got some couple rolls in the break, so I hope I can continue this tomorrow.
7 break and runs. I just looked at the match sheet. That is a strong performance. Clearly breaking very well.
Yeah, I was breaking really well in this match, and I was really motivated to win this match because I promised to my son that today is his birthday. When I was playing, it was 12 a.m. in the Philippines, so it's basically June 8th there. So it's his first year birthday. So I really wanted to win this match so I can play tomorrow for his birthday. So I give a chance to win the title on his birthday.
What's his name?
Justin K. Chua.
Justin, happy birthday. Wow, that's amazing. What a present. Listen, you're going to play the winner of the TV table now, Ignacio against Eklent. Do you have a preference? Who do you want to play?
Oh, of course, I would love to play Jeff, since we're good friends, and, at least one Filipino will play in the finals for sure if he passed through to Kachi tonight.
Are you going to watch the end of that, or are you going to go back, chill out? What's the plan?
No, I'm going to watch and support until the end.
I've noticed there's a lot of Filipino pool fans in the crowd now. It was very loud.
Yeah, it is like hundreds of Filipino, more than 100 Filipinos in here tonight in the venue, and I'm really thankful that they support us. So to all my kababayans here, thank you so much for supporting us here.
Johan, well done. Congrats. Through to the semis. Get some rest. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, it was pretty comfortable, wasn't it? He wasn't put under his paces like his compatriot is here. Jeffrey Ignacio looks set to go 6-5 up, but he's 6-5 down to Eklent Kashi.
Yeah, Chua, 7 breaking runs. Said he did it for his son. Justin, 1-year-old today. Well, let's hope Chua's daughter doesn't have a birthday tomorrow.
Lots of fans of all ages in, as you can see this evening. Good atmosphere inside the green halls tonight. And everyone wondering how this is going to kind of pan out, this match. There's been no real pattern to it, actually.
Break 12. Eklent Kachi to break, leading 5-6.
A couple of adorable kids there. That little boy noticed he was on the screen and got a little bashful. Here we go again. Where's the 1? I don't believe the 2 is clear. Even if it is, the 3 in a nasty place. Yeah, I guess he can get to the 2. Looking to plant him right behind the 8, I believe. It's okay. Like to have welded him. Didn't get him up against it. It's going to give Ignacio a little room to breathe.
The extension, please.
And he's looking to go that route. I figured he might come to the right long rail like this. Could get some good things going for him. Well, really quick there. That's kind of how he is anyway, but Didn't seem like he measured anything out. Kachi evaluating whether he can go into the 5 heavily or the pink. Yeah, so he's gone into the bottom of the 5. That's how it's finished here. There is a gap, so he can make this. Where the cue ball finishes, it's another question.
Extension called.
Oh, he let it fly. Caught a piece of the 7. Turning out rosy. Ooh, caught that thin. Got it down. 8's a little tricky. That's pretty good, actually. Wanted to be below the 7. He's got there.
Yeah, he's certainly making sure as well, isn't he? He's running that clock down. Not worried about hearing the pips.
Wow, he's come deep out of that top left corner. Flirted with the point.
So he looked very likely to go 6-5 down, but salvage that last rack, and this is to get that 2-rack lead restored. Yeah, it's a bit of a humdinger, this one. Very tightly contested between these two. Still hard to pick a winner, but at the next break, it's Eklent leading Jeffrey Ignacio 7-5.
Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Another finger to point the
Welcome back to the Green Halls in Jeddah, the venue for the World Pool Championship. It's been hard-fought stuff here between Eklent and Jeffrey Ignacio.
Leading
7-5 to Kachi, race to 11. And we know that Jan Chua will be the opponent in the semi-finals tomorrow.
Yeah, and will we go back to that moment where Ignacio was on the 7 behind his back? Oh, the 1 down. And he has a shot on the 2. And a good one. It will carry position, as long as he avoids any contact with the 9. It's a little steeper from this angle. Still high percentage.
Again, he's really used up the time here. Yeah, as I say, he didn't mind hearing the pips. He's almost waiting for them to play the shot, but he got it.
Yeah, Kachi, typically a pretty quick player. He's used a lot more of the clock this event, for good reason. And this is going to be just fine. Now he can come 2 rails. I don't really think he wants to get straight on the 6, so he might use a little inside on this ball. Well, he's got it a bit thinner, so he's going to get awkward, slightly awkward. Looking
The extension, please.
to make sure he's got an extension, and it's called. He goes forward. He's got to avoid contact with the 9. I assume he's going to draw this ball. Oh, he's wrapped it real well. That's the power he possesses. Yeah, ever since Ignacio took for granted the 7 behind the back, it's been all Kachi.
Yeah, it's got to be said that 7 didn't really threaten the pocket. It's been a big moment. Of course, Kachi had missed a different sort of 7 himself, which seemed significant, but that's all forgotten about now. 2 balls for an 8-5 lead.
It's worth saying, Cledio, Kachi, 18 years old, Eklent's brother, sweating the action hard in the stands. And this young man is just a few short steps from playing his brother's speed.
Again, really focused hard, didn't he, on that visit? And
wins direct.
Eklent
Just had a
Kachi
commercial.
on top at the moment with an 8-5 lead. Now, of course, it's not just been about the World Championship this week. We've had the Junior Championship as well, and this is the winning moment for Felix Vogel against Ivan Rudenko. This is for victory at 9-4. What a moment for the young man. It's been real hard fought, that tournament. Some lot of close matches. They've been playing here all week, and it is Felix Vogel who's come out on top. And afterwards, he spoke to our Carl boys.
Felix Vogel, Saudi Junior Champion. First of all, how does that sound?
Yeah, really amazing. It's an honor for me to play in this event in Saudi. The country is very nice and the venue is so beautiful, and it's a real honor to play here. And yeah, I enjoyed it very much.
This is your third junior event. By far the best venue you have ever seen?
Definitely yes. The other major tournaments were also very beautiful, but I think this was a little special.
Overall, how do you feel like you played in the junior event?
Yeah, in the start I didn't play so good, but then in the quarter final and semi-final, where it's important, I played almost perfect, and in the final I was very nervous in the start and made some mistakes, and then after 4-3 or something, I played almost perfect again. Thank you.
Emily, just a quick word about the junior event. Obviously, we've put a few on now. Just how important is it for the future of the sport to have these juniors playing in these arenas?
Well, it's just fantastic, isn't it? We always, you know, Felix was just saying this is his third junior event he's participating in. It's all about giving him and other junior players the experience to playing in these arenas. So then when you do play the main event, you feel prepared. Felix just said to me when he won, I said, are you going to play in the next junior event? He went, I said, the European Open. He goes, no, I'm playing the main event. I'm going to qualify. That's where we get, you know, everyone ready. And this is the beauty of these junior tournaments. And it's been fantastic to see the setup here for the 16 players who have participated. It's been a double elimination format for the junior event. So it's been a tough grind like the main event as well. So Felix, you should be so proud of yourself, because the standard has been very high in this junior event. And to come into this arena with the TV cameras, of course you're going to feel nervous to start, but for you to say, oh, I played perfect towards the end, congratulations to you. How fantastic.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Felix, next year you're going to try and qualify for the Tour and the World Championships. Is that the plan? Because you're only 16 years of age still.
Yeah, I'm still going to school 3 more years, so it will be a little difficult. But I will try to play as many Matchroom tournaments I can. And next week I'm trying to qualify for the European Open.
Beautiful, that's great news. Listen, don't go anywhere, because tomorrow Emily's going to be giving you a trophy out in the main arena. Exciting stuff. Well done, buddy.
Yes, nice. Thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah, all smiles. Felix, well done to you.
First interview.
Now back to
14th rack, Eklent
the
catches
main
the break,
action.
leading by 8 racks to 5.
And Eklent Kachi was itching to break here, wasn't he? 8-5, he's on top.
Yeah, a really special moment for that junior, though. Sounds like he can play a little. Oh, and a golden break, Dave.
Worth waiting for. He was stood there, obviously, waiting for our interview to finish, waiting to break, and it is a golden break. Eklent Kachi then ploughs on. Amazing how this has turned round. He looks certain to go 6-5 down, but here he is with the golden break in rack 14. He's 9-5 up, and now, suddenly, he's only 2 away from victory.
Yeah, how quickly things can change. And a much-needed golden break. He didn't make anything else on the break.
No reaction at all. I tell you what, if he plays poker, he quids in, I would say.
Yeah, no doubt. This guy, truly the definition of stone-faced.
Well, as you said, it's a family affair for him as well. His younger brother here. I think sometimes it's harder to watch, actually, than play. Yeah,
and there he is right there. I'm a big fan, Claudio Kachi. great smile. He's giving something away. Well, very excited for his elder brother. I wonder if he's getting a piece of that money, Dave.
Maybe that's why he's smiling.
Yeah, that young man right there. He will be an animal on the table soon.
Well, Catchy Senior, that is, has made his move.
Rec 15. Eklent Catchy to break.
What was a very closely
Leading the match
fought
by 9 rec to
encounter,
5.
he's now only 2 away.
Oh, wow. So he's had to have got a kiss to that ball to the lower right, but it counts. The 2 is a mess. Nothing straightforward on the 1. And notice the green 6 down here on our lower left. Does he utilize that? Maybe try to chip the 1 over behind the 8? The low right ball. Wrap around behind the green 6. He can afford it, even if he doesn't get there, because of where the 2 is at. And this is what he's going for. He's just caught the 6, but the 8 has him covered. You've got to wonder, David, how is Ignacio feeling coming to the table? He had 2 balls left on the table to go up 6 games to 5. In a 7 ball, he's never supposed to miss. Like you said, didn't even threaten the pocket, shoots it behind his back in like 2 seconds, misses it by a mile, now trailing 9 to 5. What's going through his mind?
Not least because it would have been 4 racks in a row as well. So he really would have been on top at that moment. That's definitely where it all turned.
And you've got to wonder what's going through his mind right now. But Kachi looks like a man on a mission. Is he playing the 2? No, very slick. Trying to drop down behind the 6. I don't think the 2 is makeable anyway. Oh, this looks pretty good. A little rub on the 2, opens it up. What a hit by Ignacio.
The extension, please.
What's he looking at here? Just kicking down and trying to chip the 9 in front of the 2? He's just going to cut it in front of the 2. Doesn't want to make it wired, meaning leave a 1-9-2 combination.
Foul stroke.
Yeah, I think that's a little firmer than he
Ball in
meant,
hand.
but he got a good rub on the 3.
And please start the shot clock.
Yeah, so Ignacio A couple shots here might have a 3-9 combination. Two is not frozen. You always want to catch ball first here, coming 3 rails or 2 rails. You just don't want to catch that second rail. This needs to carry a little. Yeah, this is well short of the mark. Something else I've noticed, at least in those last 2 shots, the time he's been taking is and sped up a little bit here, taking his extension. Yeah, I think he feels like he's got to go for this. And he's going to get it down, Dave.
Yeah, well, he stopped the rot, hasn't he? Eklent
Catchy
was close to getting on the hill, but it's Jeffrey Ignacio who wins that rack. Not out of it yet, but it's Catchy leading 9-6. Welcome back to Jeddah. It's a fascinating match this. That was the 3-9 combo from Jeffrey Ignacio in that last rack. And that's kept him in the match because Eklent Catchy seems to be making his move at 9-5, but he's still 2 away. As I say, it's been full of twists and turns this, and might be a few more yet before we find out who's going to take on Johan Chua in the semi-finals tomorrow. Still to come, of course. We've got the next quarter-final on this table. Fedor Gorst has really ridden a roller coaster this week. So many close finishes for him. Anton Roger is next for him. And Wojciech Szewczak take on Viktor Zielinski on table 1.
Rack 16.
So 9-6 and
Trailing
Ignacio
by
trailing,
9
but he's got the break back.
Yeah, he's got the 1 down. The 9 was tracking towards the right middle, but the 2 once again finishing a bit funny. Yeah, that 9 was definitely on target. And this is very, very difficult. Pretty good space between the 2 and the rail. Makes it a little more tricky. And if he's going at this, he's got to avoid the 7. Well, this might turn out good. Jump cue might come out. And if he catches it a little bit thinner, he's going towards the 7. Couldn't tell if he put a bit of outside on that or not. No, he's using a full cue here.
The extension, please.
I'm surprised he's not entertaining the jump. This ball's so deep, David. Really tough to come out of that pocket with the cue ball if you kick at it. Taking the jump cue with him on his extension. 15 seconds left. Yeah, and I think this is the right play. Watch the middle.
Ball in hand.
Well, the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. I wasn't sure if it was going to drop. It sort of skirted with the middle, didn't it? But it found it.
Yeah, very hard to scratch in the middle from there. You almost feel like you had to catch a piece of the point, but it didn't look like it on the replay. And look at this. Flight 39 leaving Jeddah right now.
Yeah, second 3-9 combination in as many racks, and this match has got a lot closer. 9-7. It's full of instant, isn't it? Lots of key moments, lots of key shots. Catchy with the jump shot, but scratching in the middle and left the combination. And Ignacio very grateful. We see it again. We were saying at the start, you know, Catchy's not had any close matches. Well, he's in one now. He's leading still, but only by 2.
Yeah, it can be a ruthless, thankless game. Felt like he hit the 2 really well. Still can't figure out how he scratched in the left middle.
You can see some of the players there. There's AJ Manos, who we've enjoyed watching this week.
The 17th rack.
Yeah, the Philippine contingent.
Ignacio to break.
He's, of course, big and loyal and supportive,
Australian
and they like
9-7.
what they saw there.
AJ Manis, part of the Mar boys out of the Philippines. The 1 is down. The 2 is available. Ignacio, 8 balls away from being within 1 game. Little work to do. Wow, he's coming all the way around. Watch the 7 here. Really felt like he could have killed that with an inside cue ball. Yeah, really erratic there. A little careless, in my opinion. Let's just be honest. With so much at stake here, I'm surprised he just let it go like that.
The extension, please.
He's just kind of flailed away at this, and the cue
ball
ball
in hand.
is going to find the lower left.
Well, how it can all go wrong suddenly. Just one lap shot may have turned this match right back in Catchy's favour.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he even had any intention kicking it to 3 there. Maybe he did. But we can revisit the 7 behind the back, and then coming all the way around on that 2. If he ends up losing this match.
Catchy, as usual, giving absolutely nothing away.
The extension, please.
Yeah, he knows this is the shot of the rack. He's got to beat the left middle. Probably going to hit the long rail just before it. Oh, and he's missed it, Dave. Has he ended up behind the 7? He's caught it just a fraction thick. Gives you an idea of how small these pockets are.
Yeah, he missed a similar ball very early in the match out of nowhere, but now, of course, we're towards the end of the match and the heat is on.
And he's definitely gotten away with it. Nice hit by Jeffrey there, just a little firm. Good idea. You can see he was trying to use the 9.68. How's this gonna finish? More drama. What's he got in mind here? Try to get under the 9? Oh, he could dig in. Wow. I think that's about as much emotion as we've seen from him. He blinked twice.
You have used it. Foul stroke. Ball in hand.
I don't know what it is, but when Ignacio makes a mistake, it just looks bad.
Start the clock, please.
I mean, that was close.
Well, for the second time in the rack, Cashy's got ball in hand. Went wrong the first time, but this looks a better chance now. Ooh, it's become very edgy.
You think that has anything to do with the 50,000 at stake, Dave?
Well, there's every chance. It's certainly in the mindset somewhere.
He's good here. He can go forward or just come over.
Well, it's been tails of the unexpected in this rack. So let's not give him it yet. 2 balls to go. There you go. What was I saying?
Yeah, we've seen some interesting things take place this match. You've got to make him about a 90% favorite to make this, but that leaves 10%.
Well, he put himself under a bit more pressure than necessary, just watching that cue ball as it headed near to the pocket but not in. Yeah, his brother's, well, the smile's back now that he's won the rack. He's on the hill. is Eklent Catchy at 10-7, but my word, he's got nervy. He still looks cool, but then again, he always does. Expect maybe a bit more drama yet. It doesn't seem sort of so straightforward. He'll just get it won. He might do. We will see very shortly. All the pressure really on Ignacio now. Of course, Catchy with the break. And you can see warming up backstage. Because Fed August has really had some drama himself throughout the course of this championship. Anton Raga will be his opponent.
Yeah, and Gorst, he's one that needs to practice. He needs to hit balls. He spent a week out in New Orleans playing a game called One Pocket. It's a different stroke for different folks. Gorst looking to advance.
That'll be coming up
18th wreck.
on the main
Eklent
table
Catchy's breaking
after
up the
this
hill,
match.
leading by 10 wrecks to 7.
Ooh, the 9 was en route, just a little long. The 1, well, it went long as well. If this ends up the way I feel it will, you've got to feel for Jeffrey. 2 key mistakes are the difference in this match. Wow, that was very, very good.
The extension, please.
Kaji going to the air. He's got a full ball to get over here. A lot of good things can happen from good contact with the 1. You see a wall of balls there, the pink, the purple, and the green. And the blue. Yeah, I'm a little surprised he actually went for the make, I think. Nice hit, Ignacio. Well, it's just not been easy for Jeffrey, and as you see there, the 7 closing in on the 3. So a lot of work left to do here. He's not thrilled with this, and I don't blame him. He's over the 6. I thought he might stay low of the 2. That way he goes 1 rail towards the 7. So I'm a little surprised. And you got to know the cue ball is going to flatten out on this newer cloth there. He was trying to go 1 rail up into the brown, or at least into the red. And he's worried about the escape here. Can't just shoot the 3 into the 7. Because it's going to come out. You had to have control behind the 8. This is the chance for Kachi to advance.
This is the problem. Ignacio's got. Every shot could be his last. He didn't control that as intended. So back in his chair, out of his hands. Eklent Kachi steps up, looking to become our second semi-finalist here at Jeddah.
Big shot here. Under the gun. Peering up at the clock. He's missed similar shots like this, but not that.
Well, he looks set to lose 4 racks on the spin. Rack 11. When Ignacio missed that 7 was a big moment, but there's been a lot of others as well. It's been eventful, this match. Certainly the hardest catch has been pushed so far here this week.
Yeah, and I think the TV table played a role in that. It's probably one of the first matches he's had out here in front of the crowd. It's a good sign for him going forward, though. And you could say this is clearly one of the biggest matches of his career so far, and he's got a lot of majors already under his belt. Oh, he's going to finish nice and tight on the black 8.
Yes, like everybody in the sport, he wants to reach the summit. The money would be great, but to be world champion, that's why everybody puts in all the work, makes all the sacrifices. He's edging closer to realizing that dream. Because this 9 is to get through to the last day here in Jeddah. It's been a tough battle for sure. But here we are, the winning moment for Eklent Kachi. In it goes. A fascinating match. Jeffrey Ignacio will look back on a few missed opportunities, but it's Eklent Kachi, to the delight of his brother, who puts himself into the semi-finals of the World Pool Championship. He will be here tomorrow with a chance to win the £250,000 first prize. We'll have all the reaction coming up next.
I don't need to wear a crown to know that I'm the one. 'Cause I can do things for you I've never been wrong. Just turn it on.